Well, hello, coffee time friends. How y'all doing? It's coffee time and it's supper time. So what are y'all up to? We are fixing a quick little supper that would rate right up there with most every Southern Sunday luncheon that we've had because it's one of our favorites. And we're even pulling out some of the holiday things, like some deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah.
Which now we have deviled eggs anytime. But we just don't have them often. I guess nobody has them often. But we're going to fix this up some tonight. Here's the yolks. I should have said no yolk about it. That could have been a good.
About it. That's a good.
That could have been a good little funny. Not really that funny though. Is it?
I'm gonna take the meat up.
Tell them what you're cooking first, Mom.
Oh, I put on a beef roast earlier today. We had chicken, and
Oh,
pork.
so she chickened out.
Chicken and pork out, so I put it on earlier in the crock pot, and it's falling apart. So
Which we all know it was just a ploy to get some
mashed potatoes
with gravy.
that I hadn't had in a month, seems like.
I knew when you said I put a pork roast on. I thought she want mashed potatoes real bad. Not a beef roast on.
A beef roast.
Not a pork roast.
No, beef roast is what I
Beef roast is the
Because
real
we've had
deal.
Chicken, and we
Mama said I ain't eating no more chicken this week.
and no more pork chop. Well, I might eat them later.
Well, yeah,
on
you'll be
in-
ready for chicken, but
later
first.
on in the week. I just didn't want them right today. So it's beef roast and mashed potatoes, peanut beans, and some deviled eggs, and that's all we're having.
And that's plenty.
That's enough. So that's what we'll be eating.
So I just now mashed my yolks up, and I just use a Ziploc bag because it's so easy, and I just don't want the mess and the cleanup and all that. So I'm just going to show you right here. Now this, it was just 4 little eggs, so your recipe will vary, and the recipes I've used will vary from what I'm doing tonight. So I'm going to put just a squirt, about a dime, and when I'm telling you these, I'm going to try to hold to them, about a dime size portion in there. Just a little bit of mustard. And I'm going to put some juice in there, and I'm going to put about a half a tablespoon of pickle relish. That's all it's getting tonight, folks. Now here's the hard part. Here's the hard part for me. You want this to be stiff enough to hold on your eggs. You don't want runny eggs. So how much mayonnaise is it going to take not to get runny eggs tonight? Well, I'm only going to put that much mayonnaise right there in there. That is all it's getting. And I'm going to have confidence in my decision. If I have to put more, I can certainly do so. But I certainly don't want runny eggs. I don't want them running all over the plate. And I want them to look good and firm. And I'm just going to mix them up in this bag. Just going to get all those ingredients mixed up really nice. Y'all know I do this every time. It's going to get them all mixed up in there. And with this little amount, I can just kind of lay it on the counter and mash it this way and kind of give it a good kneading and all that I need to do. You just want to make sure it's good mixed. You can leave air in there and it'll kind of give you a little bit of room to move around, or you can push it all out and make sure that you got every little bit in there. Now I didn't have any extra egg to put in here to give me some extra yellow or any of that stuff. So what we got is what we got tonight.
Excuse me.
So now let's mash it all down. Get it all down here to this lower corner. Just like a piping bag or just like anything else you're going to use. Now let's just cut that tip end off. Just take your knife, cut it off, and bring it over here. I think it's a good consistency. We're going to find out together right here, aren't we? Yes, I've got a big bruise on my hand. I hit it. I hit my hand all the time. I'm one of them people, like when the old people say, I don't know how I hurt my hand. Well, that's me. I don't know if I know and I forget, or if I just...
Well, you didn't have me. You had a big bruise on
I just noticed it today. I don't know what I've done. I've hit it with a door, or I've run into a door face. I've had something in my hand. I don't know. The options are endless of how I could have done that. And this is a good stiff batch. It's not bad at all. And you really can't go wrong. And since these are not party eggs, you know, they're not going out on any outings tonight. I tend to overfill the eggs. But one thing about it, when you eat one of my deviled eggs, you don't say, that didn't have any filling in it. Do you hear that potatoes are boiling over there? That's what Mama's looking for.
I'm wanting me some potatoes. I believe I'm having potato withdrawals. I've eaten everything under the sun and can't get satisfied.
Mama's in a cooking mood. She's talking about doing some kind of dessert. Are you still going to do a dessert?
Well, I might.
Did y'all see her steal that rag of me right here using it, and her just come right over here, pulled it right, and she's got her own over there. That's the reason I'm sitting here with egg in my hand. She took hers and put it in the laundry room, and then she stole mine just as I was using it. Now she'll deny that. She'll deny it, but we caught her red-handed. She would have said, I don't know what you've done with it. Wouldn't you, Mama?
Yeah, I want to get this meat off of my strainer for it dry.
And you ain't gonna bring me that right back?
No, not right this second.
Well, I've got egg all over my hand just sitting here.
Well,
You can't keep nothing.
here you go.
Don't come back. Get my rag. There's 1,000 dish rags in this house.
Oh, I don't know about that.
She'll take mine every time. She might come over here and get that spoon out of my hand while I was using it too. She's serious. She's serious when it comes to this whole cleaning, moving, rearranging. Oh, the struggle's real with Mama. She'll grab your dish rag in a heartbeat. I hear her in here with my aunt sometimes, and she'll say, "Did you get my dish rag?" Well, I might have. She'll say, I said, "She did. Didn't even see it. I know she took it."
You don't even know when you steal one.
I still blame you because I know you, Mama. And don't think, well, if they had two apiece, she'd eventually get both of mine and haul them off somewhere. You know, look, I had egg all over me. Alright, so there's the eggs. That's the best you're going to get tonight. Just some deviled eggs. I probably won't put no paprika on them tonight. Paprika will hide a world of glitches in your eggs. We ain't hiding tonight. We just living the life tonight.
It's just everyday's normal.
It's everyday eating, ain't it, Mama?
Yeah, everyday living.
And we've got roast over there. Mashed potatoes will be done in about 5 more minutes. And the green beans are boiling down nicely. What's in that other container? Is that gravy?
That's the broth off my meat.
That's the broth for the gravy for the mashed potatoes. Now you can guarantee one thing: them mashed potatoes are going to be the star of Mama's meal tonight. Hello from Illinois. Hey Karen, how are you? Hey Steve and Tina, how are you? Deanna says yum. Mitch, I can't. I don't want to destroy your name. Is it Mitchell and Cindy? Mitch and Cindy with the green hearts. That's neat.
Here,
I was trying to read that as well.
This one's
She's going back after my.
I gave you a brand new plate.
Thank you, Mama.
You're welcome.
She's feeling guilty because she knows what she did. All right, my hands, they were clean. It's just a little egg on the back of it. All right, this is it. This is supper tonight. So what are y'all doing on this Monday? Are y'all having leftovers from yesterday? Are you cooking a whole new meal? What are you having? I'd like to know. Where y'all from? Hey, Lois, how are you? Hey, Donna. Good evening, John and Mama from Iowa. Supper will be delicious. Thank you, Donna. So where y'all from? Donna's from Iowa. Put jalapeno relish in some and you'd love them. I would, Rebecca Hurst. I would love them. Mama would not. Hello, Francis Davenport. Hello, John and Mama from Williamsburg, Kentucky. Marilyn Parton. I bet we know you. You're in our hometown. Williamsburg is our hometown. Jellicoe, Williamsburg, all that just is one group. Everybody from Jellicoe goes to Williamsburg and usually vice versa. So we all home folk. Miss Marilyn, good to see you. Deanna says, sounds good. I hope it's going to be good. Mama's surprised. Well, thank you for those stars, Dina. Dina Roberts, thank you so much. Deanna Stover, Freeman. Hi, John. Well, hello, Deanna. From Somerville, Georgia. Hey, Stacy. I love that name, Somerville. Hey, Janet from Indiana. Rocky Justice, this is my favorite meal from childhood. Mine too, Rocky. That's what we were talking about the other night. I think meatloaf used to be one of my very favorites, and now it's really close up there in the top 5. I love pork chops. Now they're in the top 5. And I've settled on pot roast or any kind of roast in the crock pot for 6 hours with gravy and mashed potatoes and all the fixings. Count me in on those. Holler at me when you fix those. Peanut green beans is one of my favorite beans. Now, usually when we have peanut beans, people ask me some questions about them, so I'll go over a few things about peanut green beans. Peanut green beans are an heirloom bean, just like your heirloom tomatoes. They're not the friendliest and they're not the easiest to work with, and they're about that long, and they get pinkish looking, and they'll curl up, and they're hard to break, and they're hard, but they're heirloom. They've not been modified, and they are so good. They're just delicious. My family has raised them, Mama's life and my life both, and they save their own seeds. We buy seeds now, and they seem to be just as good a quality as those that we've saved. They are not a pink calf runner. They are not, they're a bush bean. And you can buy them. You can order peanut bean seeds. We have a local produce place here that sells them. But you can get them, but they're just a difficult bean. Meaning when you they don't run, so you got to bend over and pick them off the vine. Then you get a whole 5-gallon bucket of them, and it'll take you twice as long to string them and break them. And it takes twice as long to get a mess to eat or to can. So why on earth do we fool with them? Because it's worth it. Even though it's twice as much trouble, it's definitely worth it. The beans are delicious. We can them and we cook them in the water that Mama cans them in. We don't pour it off. Now in the store-bought bean, I always pour it off, rinse it, put in new water. But we can it. We put a little bit of bacon grease in it. Sometimes a pat of butter in a pint or a quart, and it makes them delicious, doesn't it, Mama?
Yeah.
You coming after my dish right?
No, I got my own. Thank you. Getting the table ready.
Mama's ready to eat.
Plate feels bad.
We're a bit late, but it's still 10 to 7. I work till late again tonight, but not as bad as sometimes, is it, Mama?
No, you've done fairly well.
I'm trying to do better.
Get in here to do it. I think you're doing.
I'm trying to do better. Now, I did put in salt and eggs and pepper. I should have probably done that. I do that sometime, but we can do that on the plate. If you're making up a whole mixture of them. And if you're boiling eggs, these are leftover eggs from macaroni salad yesterday. If you're boiling eggs to make deviled eggs, boil 2 or 3 extra for 2 reasons. Sometimes 1 or 2 of them you won't peel as perfectly as the rest. So if you're taking them somewhere. But you can add a whole egg, the whole white and all, in your yellow mixture, and it will stretch that yellow out. You'll have plenty. You can double stuff those eggs. A lot of people say, where does the white go? It just warps into the yellow, and you won't even know it's in there. You just mash it in really well, and it just turns yellow. That's all I can tell you. And it just goes in, and it just stretches that yolk. So if you're one of them people saying, I hope I have enough yolk, I hope I have enough left. So usually you do, but sometimes I want plenty. I want to just fill that first one just as full as I do the last one. Especially if you're using a tip, a Starburst tip or something. You can't really go back and add to them and make them look good. So if you don't do them all the same, then you're going to tell on yourself for going back over top of them. So I want to know I've got plenty, so I just fill them all double stuffed. Ain't that the way to go, Mama?
Yeah. You're gonna drink tea tonight, or you're just gonna drink coffee?
I might just not have tea. Even though it's decaf, I might just have coffee tonight. That's
Well,
enough, and it's not decaf coffee.
I'm gonna finish drinking my tea.
But I've got a little bit left here, and I want to drink it, so why not use it for supper? I don't drink a lot with my meals. Do you all? I can just go with water. But yeah, I don't know what I did to my hand, but it looks pretty bad, don't it? I get a bruised iron all the time. I bump them. I knock stuff around. That looks like I've double bruised it, actually.
You weren't satisfied with bun. You had to do it twice.
I don't know what I do. I did bruise a little easier than I once did, but that when I looked down there, and I thought, what on earth have you done? The sun bothers my hands, so this is the side that gets the sun. So it always looks a little different right there. But I didn't realize I bruised it like that. So but don't ask me how I did it. Must not have been too painful when it happened. I bump it on door frames. I bump it on car doors. I do all kinds of stuff. Mama, it looks like you're about done.
I'm trying my best.
She's trying her best. And that's all we can ask of her, folks, is just her best.
You know, I'm an old woman. I'm trying my best.
She's an old woman. She gets around better than I do, and she's faster than me at most
Can
times.
you get that little, the smallest Tupperware there for out of there?
If I can find it, Mama, it's yours. She's rearranged this drawer again.
It's in this.
Dippers, dippers, and more dippers.
The little.
I'm a looking. I had to pull them all out so I could see who's peeking there. Now that I know it's pink, I'll remember to look for the pink. Let's see if I can get this in.
Oh, I need the tater masher. Should have told you earlier. Sorry about that part.
Hand me the taters and I'll mash them. I've got the potato masher. He's not hard to find.
The ham's not hot, but that's hot.
So we didn't make a ton of taters, but we got enough. So y'all seen me do this 1,000 times. But one more ain't gonna hurt you. Maybe somebody new. Thank y'all, all the new people that's joined us. We do different things on here. We've had several new folks, and we're growing, and that's because y'all are so dedicated. You share us and you do all those things, and we hope to just keep coming back. We're not the most exciting show you'll watch, I'm sure.
We're sure not.
But it's just us sitting around, and we're just welcoming you into our kitchen, and I hope you have a good time. Make yourself at home. If you're here, I'll pour you a cup of coffee or tea or water, whatever you ask for, we'd have it, hopefully. And it's just an escape from the world. We just want to come here. Sometimes we're a little longer than others, but just come in and have a good time. Enjoy the evening, whatever time we're doing things. But you're always welcome here at our table. This is just going to be a shake of salt. I don't think Mama salted them.
Yeah, I did a little.
And she's got canned evaporated milk. We call it cream. And I'll need butter before I put cream because...
I got butter in it while you was talking.
Oh, you should have put anything in there. Did you put anything else in? I didn't see butter, Mama. You sure you put butter?
Yeah, I put a tablespoon.
Oh.
A little bit more. Does it need to look more buttery?
Well, I don't even feel like I'm putting that in it, but it could be perfect.
Well, let's see. We can put a little more stuff.
Well, if you want to put a little more, butter ain't gonna hurt, is it? Then I'll know it was in there. She
No,
did
it's
have
in
some.
there.
I thought it was just water in the bottom. I thought you might have left a little extra water, but I guess that was better, wasn't it?
I put a tablespoon. Here we go again with about the same amount.
You don't have to put this much because it's.
There you go.
Oh well, since it's in there, I'll go ahead and mash it in.
Yeah, you want
I guess it melted that quick because it was soft.
it's real soft. It take you about a second. to
This
melt.
melted quick too. Now just pour a little bit of cream in, a little bit of evaporated milk. It's not. You can use half and half, but this is just Eagle brand evaporated milk. This is not condensed, not sugary milk. It is Eagle brand, and a lot of times you'll hear people call condensed milk Eagle brand milk because that's what most people in the South use. But this is Eagle brand evaporated.
Will a spoon be all right for that roast? Because it don't need cutting.
Be fine.
I'll take those onions off to the side.
Don't worry. What's that noise?
The refrigerator clicking ice.
No. Don't worry about having a little extra cream in here because this will stiffen.
Somebody put too much, I believe.
No, they did. This is just the right amount because once we get ready to eat them, they'll be stiff.
I'm ready right now to eat them.
2 days, they'll stiffen up and all we can have some. See there? They're holding their shape already.
There's a spoon right here to dip with.
Now that's pretty stiff, folks. It's holding all the way up in there.
No, you throw that in the water for it to dry on it. Thank you.
There you go. See? They're stiff enough for your plate now. It looks like you got too much, but it stiffens. You want it to be just good for serving in about 5 minutes. Or at least that's how I judge it. Now let's do a flyover. I want you to check this out. Now there's a little pack of cornbread over there. I don't know if Mama's going to eat it or not. There's the mashed potatoes. There's those deviled eggs. Peanut green beans. That beautiful roast and gravy. That cornbread was left over from when we made dressing. It may be unfit to eat, but we'll not eat it.
There's some biscuits if you.
I'm proud of myself when there's cornbread left because there was a time that would never have happened. I may eat all these mashed potatoes.
You might get a whipping.
Mama's like, you may not live to see another one if you don't watch it.
You may just get a spanking.
Make me a hole for that delicious gravy. All right, Mama.
I think I'll just take my plate to the gravy. I don't
Well,
want
I mean, we're going to do some meat. You do want some of this delicious meat, don't you, Mama?
Oh, yeah.
It's as tender as your eyeball.
That's-
It absolutely is falling apart. It can't
I
even
had
be
to-
cut.
Get it out with one of those big round strainer things.
It can't even be cut. I'm literally cutting it with a spoon. The dull edge of a spoon.
I said I cooked it too long, probably. I don't want any no more.
Mama, you're a hard woman to feed sometimes.
I know.
You're a hard woman to feed. Here's those peanut beans. They look a little, but see them little beans that kind of resemble a peanut. And that's the way they look. Some of y'all may think they resemble shuck beans. Anytime somebody comes over that's never had them before, they say, are those shuck beans? Shuck beans are beans that have been dried.
That's enough.
Beans that have been dried and rehydrated and cooked.
Dried beans.
It's a dried bean, yeah.
I didn't get your gravy.
I noticed, Mom. That's okay. I
You
don't
can
hold a
do it.
grudge. Little gravy. bless it, Mama.
Oops.
It landed just about right.
I know it didn't get on nothing.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this wonderful meal. We thank you for these precious hands that prepared it, dear Lord. And we just ask you to bless us and bless this meal for our nourishment, dear Lord. And we just ask you to be with each and one gathered here tonight. Dear Lord, just pray for all their needs and all their prayer requests, those spoken and unspoken, dear Lord. And we know that you have the answers and you can answer in your time and your will and your glory, dear Lord. Be with our nation, be with our country, be with all of our leaders, Lord. Lead us in the path we should go. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, Mama, it's time to get that delicious first bite. I'm going straight for this pot roast. Mm-hmm.
Does it taste like coffee?
No, ma'am.
I poured it out of the thermos. And I tell you, I poured way more than a cup in it.
The coffee has made it this tender. We start our pot roast and our pork roast with coffee. Brewed coffee. Whatever I brewed that morning, we put a cup like this size of, I don't know what, 20
My this has had more than that in it.
It does not taste like coffee, but it tastes tender and it tastes delicious. It is the most tenderest thing you'll ever eat. And it tastes wonderful. What else did you put in it, Mama?
I put salt and pepper, and I used 2 different types of steaks.
Y'all's fancy steakhouse.
Yeah, and another one that a lady sent us. It's sodium free or whatever it is. It was
Low sodium.
It didn't say steak. It says for beef.
Okay.
But it looked like it had a lot of spices. I didn't read them all. I couldn't see them.
Mm-hmm.
But I put some of it on it. I put the coffee in it, and for the skillet, I browned it. I put water in it and boiled out all the goodies off the bottom and poured it in it. And then I cut up a big old yellow onion. As you can see all along the sides, that onion's cooked in it. And that gives it a real good flavor.
Oh, yeah.
It does.
See, it just cooks away. Just
And
mush.
that's all I put in it. Let
It tastes perfect, Mama.
Let it cook in that crock pot a while.
Mm. Everything tastes so good, it tastes like Sunday.
Yeah, maybe we can go rest and pretend it's Sunday.
Well, it won't be long to be rest time.
All right.
It's what, 7:04?
I can't see it.
What are y'all eating tonight? Some of y'all have told me this is my favorite meal. Rocky, I think I froze you. It's delicious. Now, if this was midday. Hello, Miss Nola. How are you? Hey, Linda.
Oh.
Your meal looks wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Linda. Pamela, don't forget deviled eggs. Yep, they're right here. I got us one. Now, we've many of a time eat a meal and then Mama realizes it's in the refrigerator.
Your daddy got a habit of
Thank you for
saying,
those stars, Mickey Buff.
have I got everything coming to me? Because I would leave deviled eggs and coleslaw in the refrigerator.
Or macaroni salad.
Any refrigerator stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be halfway through eating before it dawned on me I fixed it.
Mama would get up at 5:30 or 6 and start cooking. And those are the things she put in the refrigerator. And at 12:30 or 1, she wasn't thinking about it anymore.
It done left my mind.
Those peanut beans are perfect. See, they're a little red in color. Can y'all see that? Mmm. They're my favorite green bean.
I wish we liked
Romas.
Romas and
We do like Romas,
Yeah.
but not above peanuts.
Romas or white knife runners. What's them big old ones?
Rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes, that's what I was trying to think of.
We like them. But they're not our favorite anymore.
No. Them rattlesnake beans, you can have a mess in them 3 or 4 days.
And you can can them easier. I have to tell you, Mama, these mashed potatoes sure do taste good.
I reckon they do.
And they look beautiful, but they taste even better. How long has it been for real?
I don't know, but it seems like a long time. I sure am enjoying it. It's been so long.
You're hitting the spot, ain't it?
It says what I've seen on our what one
Thank
thing
you, Joyce.
you wouldn't eat that you eat growing up that you wouldn't eat now.
In Georgia.
I said I sure would eat potatoes no matter what.
Mitch and Cindy live in Georgia. 25 miles from Augusta.
Mm.
Mitch and Cindy, you're right there in the whole center of the South. Good evening, Jana. Having turkey, sausage, eggs, and fried potatoes. Linda, that's breakfast. That sounds wonderful. Becky Brown usually get mine at that. Marilyn, Becky Brown, are you looking for peanut beans? You can order them, and you can get them from the supply store, but in some supply stores, I don't think they mean to mislead you, but they will tell you that they're the same as pink half runners, but they're not. And that's not just me talking, we got some just to do a side by side, and Mama said, those are not peanuts. And they ran up, they were on a vine. These are a bush bean.
There's a difference too.
They're heirloom. These are heirloom. They've not been modified to be straight and nice and full. They're about that long. And they turn and twist.
This was the first beans that we planted when I was growing up because they come in a little quicker than the others.
Mm.
So we'd have fresh spring beans early. We would plant the peanut beans.
And it tastes so good.
And that's what we ate mostly was peanut beans.
Papa didn't dodge work. So if that was a little harder, he wanted to challenge. He would just fix them.
No, he didn't. He believed everybody should work.
Mm-hmm.
Start when you're young so you'll know what it's like.
That garden. He had a garden right up until he was sick. He couldn't do it anymore. Sure's good, Mom?
I reckon. I gotta eat all my green beans.
She's eating green beans. You know she's hungry. Did you eat lunch today, Mama?
Yeah.
What'd you have?
You won't call it lunch.
We'll see.
Well, I did eat a little bit of macaroni salad. It was left.
Well, that's good.
And I ate a dressing patty.
A dressing patty.
You know, the scoop dressing.
Oh, from the dumplings?
Mm-hmm. It's in there, and I ate one of them, and ate some little bit of macaroni salad. Not a lot, but some.
That sounds pretty good to me.
I did good, I think. It was early, though. I got hungry earlier.
Choose you're hungry tonight. You wait till 4 o'clock to eat.
I usually eat late later.
4 o'clock.
No.
And that's the reason sometimes at 6 o'clock she's like, I ain't that hungry.
I do get eating late.
Yeah, you eat too late sometimes. Well, Mama, thank you for a wonderful supper.
Ain't you glad it ain't chicken?
I'm glad it ain't chicken or pork. We barbecued pork. We've done all kinds of stuff with it. We're tired of all that, ain't we?
Pork and chicken. I said, no more of that right now.
At least for 2 days.
It was fish or roast or beef, I mean. So, I wanted mashed potatoes, so you know why.
I knew there'd be some mashed potatoes coming before
So
long.
you know why.
I didn't know how long, but I knew it would be quick.
I wouldn't eat fish, mashed potatoes. I would want roast with them.
All right, folks, that's all we got tonight. A wonderful meal and little deviled eggs, and here we go. And we're done. Well, we're about done, but we're gonna say goodnight to y'all and get prepared for tomorrow and do it again, Lord willing. And Lord willing, we'll have something good to eat again tomorrow. Mom, what's got on your plate tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know. It just has to hit me sometimes.
We can make all kinds of stuff out of that, folks.
Oh, we can make stew. We can make soup. We can do a lot of things. You can even shred it up and make you some more barbecue if you want it. But I do have stew.
Or you shred that and put Swiss cheese on it and have like a Philly steak sandwich with peppers and onions.
Who?
Mom said I never would have thought that mess.
No. Not all that. Beef stew was good, like that. Take that gravy and some of that meat.
Open face sounds good.
Yeah, open face was.
We get bread that way.
Yeah.
Y'all have a blessed night. And Mama, if you don't have anything to add, say good night to everybody.
Good night, Mama. God bless you all. Have a wonderful night. Take time out to life and enjoy a few minutes.
Enjoy. That's
Life is a good laughter is a good medicine.
It is, Mama.
Yes.
Anything else?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Bye bye.
We're good. See you. Bye bye.